What's up, everybody? In this episode, I'm here with Billy Jean.
What's up?
In San Diego, and we're shooting an episode live. We have 3 cameras on Facebook Live and why fitness studios and independent gyms should be using it more in their business.
If you own a gym or you need a gym, this is your guy.
My name's Mike, and I help fitness studios that are ready to take action, work hard, and grow their studios. In this very saturated industry, there's tons of competition, but the opportunities are incredible. We'll cover the most common challenges in the fitness world and invite guests in the show that have learned to overcome them and share their strategies with you. This is the GSD Show. All right, everybody. So as I said, I'm here with Billy Jean. What's up, Billy?
Hello,
How are you?
It's cracking. Thank you for coming out.
I'm so honored to be here. I've seen your place a million times already. I feel like I knew the whole layout as soon as I walked in. And it's because you are live, 8-10 hours a day every day?
We try and go live most of the time. It's not 8 to 10 hours every day, but it should be. And if I could fit that into everything else I have to do, we would be.
Okay.
That way, yeah.
So the reason we're doing this episode is because Facebook Live has proven to be the next thing. And that's where everybody's really starting to migrate to. And it's proven to be one of the top ways to really engage and interact on a whole different level with your audience. Billy's tapped into it because Billy is known for always tapping into the next thing, which is awesome. And so tell me about Facebook Live and why you think it's the next thing and what value does it bring to a business?
Absolutely. First things first, if you see us looking in weird places, like here, don't be alarmed. We just have that many cameras going because this is how much I believe in live right now. Is I am live streaming this to my audience and we're still interacting with them so they can kind of get like a behind the scenes of what making one of these videos is like. It's kind of if I had to summarize live stream in one kind of, it would be live stream sells the person. Almost every single business owner is making the mistake of selling the service, right? What you do. But here's the reality. No one gives a fuck. Because if you're in real estate or something, there are 1,000 other real estate agents within a 2-block radius. So if you really want to stand out, you can't just do the same thing the next guy/girl can do. They need to know, like, and trust you. And live streaming gives you the ability to create that relationship. So that's what I'll tell you.
Now, as you know, because you've been helping me through this process, and we've talked about it a lot, Billy and I have really been able to develop a relationship. I initially hired Billy to coach me on a couple things back in like November. Mm-hmm. And since then, we've gotten to know each other. He's come out to Scottsdale, and now we're here in San Diego. And really, we've decided since that time that Loud Rumor is really great at focusing on fitness studios, independent gyms, and that's what we've done for like the last 6-7 months, which has been great. But what we've noticed is not a lot of fitness studio owners and gym owners are using Facebook Live yet. There are a few, and they're doing it okay. Yeah. So you know Facebook Live like the back of your hand. Tell me, what are these gyms missing out on, and how can they use it more?
That's a mouthful, for starters, and then I'll tell you guys this too, just so, because I know your audience is so fitness based. My company in 2016, I literally believe we worked with more health and wellness franchises in the world than anybody else did. Mm-hmm. Now, that's definitely not a fact, and I cannot say that with any kind of certainty, but I'm just saying, I don't know a motherfucker who's done more. So whatever that means, right? Now, with having said that, in regards to live stream, especially in the fitness space, this is finally an opportunity to separate yourself. I mean, there's so, like, being in that space, like, there's so many gyms, and here's your guys' problem, is the arrogance. You all think that your workout is so much better than John Doe's, and that, you know, CrossFit's whack because of this. Well, interval training, group-based interval training is this, and, you know, regular gyms is this, and it's just like, it's just irrelevant. Because until someone walks in and they experience your service, your workouts, it means nothing. You're blowing the same hot air as the next person. So to give you an idea, without like just spewing too much information out, with us and going live stream, let's take I have a live event here in San Diego, October 19th. clickcentercustomerslive.com, go buy some shit. But I have a live event here in San Diego that I'm doing at the University of San Diego. And the number one traffic source for us to sell tickets has hands down been live stream. It's been doing things like this to my audience and actually looking them in the face and saying, buy a damn ticket. And I'm joking, I'm messing around, but at the same time, delivering value. And there's nothing that's going to sell better than looking someone else in the eye and telling them, go to clicksintocustomerslive.com and purchase a ticket for $297 and buy the recording for an additional $97. There's just nothing going to be more
No
powerful.
plug intended. No plug intended.
No plug intended. I mean, if you happen to pause this video, go there, buy a ticket, come back, I get it. I really do. But again, there's just nothing that creates that connection, right? And it does the selling for you. So now when I meet people, it's almost always like, I get this, I literally hear this all the time. Bro, I already feel like I know you. And that's a big thing.
That's how it was with me.
Yeah.
Even this office, I felt like I knew the office. I went right to up here. I knew exactly where up here was.
Yeah, and also too, like, it gives you a chance. Like, so let's talk about live in the elephant in the room. A big fear that people have with live is that they're insecure about the way they look for whatever reason, right? Like, you're just afraid of how people will perceive you. And I believe, like, the truth is it's never been more cool to be exactly who you are, period. You know, like, I can easily have the limiting belief to myself that I'm 28, I'm black, and that nobody who's successful and has like a 7-figure business would ever work with my company. Those are the kind of lies that we tell ourselves, right? Well, I'm too young, or I don't fit this. But live gives people an opportunity to see a different side of you, to deliver expertise where they really get to know you, right? My demographic, the people who core follow us, is a 45 to 55-year-old middle-aged white guy who has a college degree that earns over $70,000. Who the fuck would have guessed? Right? And so, like, obviously there's something to be said for actually meeting people and getting to look at them. And if you guys are watching right now, holla. But that's what I'm saying, you know, like
45-year-old white guys at home, like,
damn, he got me.
Yeah.
he knows who I am. So cheers.
Well, you know, and what you're saying too, building that familiarity, it's important because, you know, when, let's say you're a person going through a free trial at a gym, you know, the person that's going to be doing the selling to you is the coach, the fitness coach, the instructor. That's the person that's going to be doing the selling. Unfortunately, that person doesn't want to be a salesperson.
Yeah.
They don't even want to be called a salesperson.
Yeah.
They don't want to insinuate they're a salesperson. To them, that's like a bad thing. So what happens is they go through this class, you know, they run their routine, they're totally comfortable in class, they're running everything, they're educating already, and then at the end of class, now it comes for them to ask the person enough questions to get them to want to become an ongoing member.
Right.
But they don't want to ask tougher questions because they don't want to come off as salesy, because that's not what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what Facebook Live allows you to do, if let's say you take your coaches who love to teach already, who have a lot of content and knowledge already, right? What to eat before a workout, what to eat after a workout, you know, how much sleep should I be getting, what are the good carbs to have, you know, all those things, right? They could just go on for days with things that they don't think are that advanced, but to the average person it doesn't work out,
100%.
right? So they can do these Facebook Live sessions, let's say every day or every week, and really start building an audience. And now when that person comes in and works out, just like they do with you, Kristen, I know you, right? I feel like I know you.
Oh my God.
So now when it comes down to the
Which
end
is
of
all
a workout,
fame is, by the way, is just people seeing you before they meet you.
it's it, yeah. It's familiarity, but familiarity creates trust. Trust creates comfort, and an uncomfortable mind doesn't buy.
And here's something else that Mike's hitting on a lot of great points right now, so y'all should be taking some notes. But something else that you should be paying attention to is, think about this. There was a point in your life, or maybe it still is now, where you like to go to a bar, a club, a hangout, or something like that. And think about it. If you were laying on your couch right now, and a friend's going to hit you up and say, hey, I'm at this party, you should come, one of your first questions is going to be, well, who's there?
Right.
Now with live, you show a motherfucker, like, this is who's in our gym. These are the other people that you get to hang around with. So you're selling the environment and the audience without quote unquote selling. So people get to see that kind of sneak peek. So when they see all the people, and like you say, when they see the trainers, when they see the front desk person, when they see the whole experience, you're eliminating all of those fears and objections in advance without actually having to directly have that conversation.
Right. And I know what some of you might already be thinking, because, and it's usually an excuse, but it's, oh, my members don't want to be on camera while they're working out. And you're probably right. You probably have a few members that don't want to be on camera working out, but you don't know that yet. You're just kind of already coming up with a reason why not to do it. But let's say that is the case, you can create an elite class.
Yes.
Your elite members don't care about that. they actually want to brag about the stuff they're able to do,
Yeah.
whether it's handstands or if you're in yoga and they're doing some great moves. To them it's great, and they want to help out your gym as much as they can. People that have been members with you for a year and a half, they want to help your business grow. They're a part of your business as much as they are your workout program. And if they think this helps your business, they're going to be a part of it, right?
100%. And you can take the exact flip of that. Think about all those popular shows online. The Biggest Loser, the Extreme Weight Loss Challenge, all of those. People love tracking the progress. Think about what the NFL is doing with Hard Knocks. The football show where they film all preseason leading up to the big game. Then you feel like you know the team. When you see them on the field, it means much more. Same thing with your members. How nice to go, live with someone every day for 60 days, show their progression, and they got to see it as opposed to seeing the post-testimonial video, which is so overused by your fucking competition every day. Mm-hmm. And you're actually documenting the journey. You're selling, the team, the family that they get to be a part of. That's what people give a fuck about. That's when they stay. When people decide to stay into your gym, it's always because of the other members and the coaching. It's always because of the experience that brings them back and that trust and that support. But you're not selling that. You keep forgetting to market yourself as that.
And if you have the fitness coach that's going to be doing the selling, host of those Facebook Live videos, it's going to be so much easier for her to have a conversation with the person that she has to sell without feeling like a salesperson, because the person she's selling to is so much more comfortable with her that the questions she asks are getting much better answers because there's familiarity there. With Billy, when I first met him, I was comfortable answering any question he had for me because I felt like I already knew him, even though I really just knew his videos, him from his videos, that's it. And the Facebook Live and all that.
And I promise you, I'm definitely the same fucker that you're seeing right now.
Yeah. But, the great thing is, as people are live right now on Billy's feed, when he does his shows, this is actually the setting for your show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is the setting for your show. He built an entire set just for his show. But he interacts with people. So if you're the fitness coach, and let's say you're right now recording the elite workout of the day, and you have your top 8 guys or 10 guys or women doing an awesome workout, and while they're working out, people are asking questions, hey, what muscle is that good for? You can actually interact, and it's great. As you see people come on, you can say, hey, I see Joan's on. What's up, Joan? How are you? I haven't seen you in class lately. And then Joan interacts. And it's so great because she just feels so much more a part of you.
Yeah.
And I do that. Like whenever I interact in your Facebook Live and you say, oh, what's up? Mike in Phoenix says, hey, that
it does. It
keeps me too.
And it helps you sell shit. Now, I'll tell you guys a secret you may not believe, but it actually works, is when you're live and you have people's attention and they're listening to you, you can actually ask them to buy stuff. So not only do you have to use this for your community, but you can say, hey guys, by the way, go to clicksintocustomerslive.com right now if you're enjoying this workout, and you can input your credit card and you can actually purchase right now the second. So you can sell memberships live. And if you're like, that won't work, bullshit, you better ask the guy who's doing it. You're gonna ask the guy who have an additional 6K fall out of the sky from a live stream we did when we're just fucking hanging out with our audience talking about stuff. Like, one of my favorite quotes right now is, document, don't create. So this right here, I'm going live to my audience right here, and it's shit I have to do anyway. This is my job today, but I'm able to deliver value to my community simultaneously. Now I'm leveraging my time and my assets. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, the people that are saying it's not going to work are the people that always miss the boat. Because I remember when we were doing SEO heavily, and it was the right thing to do at the time, it was the biggest thing to do. It was so hard to sell to that demographic that you already knew they're always late to parties,
Mm-hmm.
And so they were always like, oh, my customer doesn't search for things. They have a network and they look for people. They don't Google things. Okay.
There's a word for those.
What?
Broke people. That's the word.
Well, and the funny thing is, then eventually they're like, hey, so tell me about that SEO program again. Like 2 years later, right? After all their friends are telling you, you need to be on, you need to be on.
What is SEO?
Right, and so then it's like, Facebook ads, and everyone's like, oh, my audience is on Facebook. My audience doesn't use Facebook. My audience, that's for kids.
That's my favorite question.
Yeah. And then everyone is on Facebook, and everyone's been making money on Facebook. And now this person comes back 2-3 years later, could have been in this boat the entire time, missed the boat, and goes, okay, I think I need to start doing Facebook ads. And now there's Facebook Live. And now the big thing is, all right, well, Facebook Live doesn't really work. My customers don't want to be on this. And it's just another reason. And then, 1 year, 2 years down the road, Okay, so tell me more about this Facebook Live thing, and what could have happened that entire time.
Virtual reality. Now everybody's wearing headsets, and people aren't really going to wear those. Like, it's just, it's. This is my favorite quote, and you hear me drop it regularly. But guess what? Skeptics are always broke. Skeptics are always broke. If you've ever been in a room full of really successful people, the conversation is never negative. The conversation is never about limits. The conversation doesn't yield the word impossible or anything like that. Everything is positive, encouraging, full of quotes, support, advice, encouragement, go bigger, whatever you know what I mean? Like when you go into a room full of positive, so most of the time, change the average of the people that you're hanging out with. If you're around the negative Nancy's, if you're around the slow movers, the people who don't take advantage of technology and own that, you're fucking up. You're already losing. You're already losing.
Now, we're going to, at this moment, Sam, in the editing, I want you to go ahead and show B-roll of the office. So how many cameras do you have set up throughout the office?
We probably have, at our disposal, about 12 cameras. We have a shitload of GoPros set up in almost every single room. We got fancy bougie cameras. We got wireless mics. We got the movie screen mics. We got all kinds of tripods and
So you've
handhelds.
taken your marketing agency and turned it into a reality show.
Literally.
While keeping it a marketing
I
agency.
got this office, and I'll tell you guys on camera, I've spent over $100,000 putting this advertising, and people, broke people, skeptics, the people going out of business go, oh my gosh, why would you ever spend so much on your office? Think about the overhead on that. So me having the foresight of seeing this wave of live coming in, I said to myself, gosh, what a great opportunity to take advantage. So I literally designed every single bit, including the set that you're looking at right now.
Which is just for Facebook Live.
Which is just for Facebook Live and videos too. Just overall videos, and Facebook Live helps us take it to the next level. I mean, that's what it's all about. And we have made already exponentially more than we've spent on this whole venture.
So now taking it back to B-roll, we're showing stuff as we're talking here.
Yeah.
So right now, I want to show the switchboard that you guys have, because
Yeah.
you have 12 cameras throughout the office.
Sure.
And so this switchboard basically allows you to go from camera 1 to camera 3 to
Yeah,
camera
so
2.
this switchboard in particular holds up to 8 inputs. So we can show 8 cameras at any given time, or cycle between 8 cameras at any given time. So if you're watching our stream, Sasha, just go between camera 1 and 2 to give them an idea of what I mean by switching. So it's very similar to the experience Mike was talking about earlier. Is if you're watching an NFL game and you see how it like switches all the time and they have so many, that's exactly what it is. So the mixer he's talking about is what allows us to do that. So essentially what we're doing is, I'll simplify it for you. I love simplifying things. Is imagine a box. Okay, that's called a mixer. Now imagine 8 cameras plugged into this one box. Now all the visual feeds that where you can see are coming to this box, and you just press a button and you get to dictate what you're actually showing. That's it.
So
No,
you
there's
don't
no
use your
complicated.
phone for Facebook Live at all?
No, don't use my phone. It's not connected. Maybe if I was on the go or something and I wanted to, just message a couple private group members or something like that. But overall, no.
Because most people don't even know you can do that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
So
then
how do you do it? Like, what's the first step? If let's say you wanted to say, okay, we have 12 cameras, but let's say we don't want to go 12 cameras. Let's say we just want to do 1 to 3 cameras, and we just don't want to use our phone camera. We want to use something a little better. How do you get started with that whole process?
Go to Amazon, buy a video mixer. Okay. They're on there. You can find them. The one, again, we use, you can do 8 inputs. That's expensive. You don't have to do that much. There's ones that are smaller where you can just literally plug in like 3 cameras, 2 cameras, and just go back and forth, which is still going to look really nice. Then you download a software called Wirecast. There's a couple other ones out there. That's the one I recommend. It's tested. It's friendly with Facebook, YouTube, and all the other platforms you're going to want to use. But it's called Wirecast, and it's an editing software, so it allows you to do stuff in real time. So for example, if we wanted to put text on this, like on our feed over here, right now, while we're going live, we can do that. So if me and Mike were playing like pool and we wanted to keep score, we can put the text right on there. Wirecast is basically a real-time editing software. So you can do all kinds of cool things, like put a green screen on us like you see on the news, and just cool shit. I mean, it takes a while to get used to, but that's the age we live in. You should get comfortable not knowing shit and relearning it, because you just have to do it.
So what are some other ways when let's say you own this gym right now, you've been in the health and wellness space for so long, you've seen so many people make so many mistakes. you had to go ahead and blow this gym up right now, and let's say Facebook Live was one of the avenues you wanted to take. Other than getting some of the classes going, I mean, would you put cameras in certain areas, or would you have particular events just to run Facebook Live, or seminars, or anything like that?
Yes. I mean, if it's me, now I go all in on this stuff. I think it's part of the reason why we win as a company. But if it's me, I am definitely going to have at least sections that are always being live streamed that the members have an option to go in. And they can go into the camera, they can get mic'd up. I'm literally gonna hire someone full time to just tell their personal story. So again, I'm making this up on the spot, but how cool would it be to have your members rolling 24/7, going up to the camera and just saying, hey, I'm here right now, I just got my butt beat, what are you doing? And being able to chat with other people. I would just literally create that experience of transparency. Again, I would be selling ourselves the whole time. I would constantly have our staff creating videos. Here's the other thing cool with live stream is once you're done and you end it, it automatically makes it into a video. So now you're creating video content that you can then advertise later or chop up and make it into good bits. So you can record for 4 hours in, like, Paul, who's behind us over there, he may chop that up into like a 2.5 minute video and make it super exciting. But again, those stories is ultimately what makes somebody take fucking action. It's storytelling. And if you're not storytelling as a part of your business, you're fucking up.
Now, streaming's been around for longer than Facebook Live, Periscope and Meerkat.
Well,
Why Facebook?
Facebook, because that's where everyone's at. Periscope and Meerkat and all that other shit, you know who's there? Like other marketers who want to learn like what's going on and be in the know. Facebook is where your grandmother's at, where your family's at,
Prospects.
where your ex-baby mama's, uncle's, cousin's, roommate's at, where your ideal customer is at. They're already there. So when Facebook decided we're going to be able to go live, they shat on everybody immediately. It's over because they were just taking all it because that's where everybody's at. I'm not going to go to Meerkat to log in just to go live when all my friends are hanging out on Facebook. So by default, because they're the biggest player in the game right now, with over 1 billion people on it. And if you think your customer is not on Facebook, you are mistaken. I don't know how else to say
Is
it.
that you being nice?
I was gonna call you something. I was like, okay, maybe that's a little harsh, but I mean, go live on Facebook, go live on YouTube. Like between the two, everyone is there. Simple as that. Just everyone is fucking there. And using Wirecast, you can actually stream simultaneously to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So you can be putting content on both platforms just like that. Period. And just think about it like this. If you're like, all right, these guys are full of shit, they're blowing me hot air. Put yourself in the shoes. If you're a customer and there's 2 gyms and they both offer the same thing, a fucking gym, and you know the other ones because they're live, you've seen their customers, you've seen their energy, the whole deal, which one would you go to? Then if you worry about, well, what if some people see some members and they don't like us, etc., well, it's good. You should be filtering out who comes into your gym. People who walk in, they should know the vibe that they're signing up for. That's good that they see it because then they don't waste your salesman's time finding out this gym isn't right for me because they knew it in advance.
Right.
Like when people come work with us, by the time they, like even now, you guys don't know me, but I'm sure you have a good idea of my personality. I go
This is how he is all the time.
It is.
All the time.
But like I'll be calmer, but like I try and even exaggerate it more because if you're gonna work with us, we better fucking like you and you better fucking like us. It's gotta be mutual because happiness always is gonna come before money. And if you build up a member base of people you don't really like that much, you're in bad business.
As blunt as he is, as crazy as he is, he's actually been a real pleasure to work with. I mean, we've actually gotten along. We've gotten along really well, and I could tell he's got my back throughout the entire experience. So, I think a lot of people want to put on an act sometimes of who they are and who they're not, and sometimes it comes off as inauthentic. I am not like Billy, so I am definitely outgoing and all that, but I don't have the personality that Billy has, so I'm not going to pretend to have the personality.
And I don't have the personality Mike has, so
Right.
we both stay in our lanes.
Right. So be yourself, whoever you are. If you're more like me or you're more like him or you're somebody totally different, that's fine. But let the world know because they're going to know when they get there anyway. And just remember too, you don't have to put out the video content, this Facebook Live content, just to a cold audience. You can create a group just for, let's say it's your elite members, or let's say it's all your members, or let's say it's somebody going through a challenge. You can actually create a Facebook group and just go live to the people within that Facebook group, not just to everybody.
Dude, and I mean, he just nailed it right there. Think about what it does for retention. So the hard part when people lose and they drop out of your memberships is because they stop getting out of the workout routine, right? But imagine if they were part of the private Facebook group for your gym, and every day there's live stream, they see people get in there, and they're like, where's Sarah been? And they could just put in the chat, Where's John been? Put in the chat.
Right.
What's that going to do for your retention? Because now when they quit, they're not just quitting on the gym, they're quitting on Sarah, John, Steve. It's personal. So it's going to increase your retention like crazy too, and that's something to talk about. Again, and this is bigger than live stream. It's just being in front of your audience and showing who you really are. To give you an idea of how much we believe, not only are we going live stream to my audience right now on our other camera, we got Paul, my camera guy. I wonder if we can, well, Paul, you want to walk in front of here real fast just so they can see on the GSD show? So show them the camera. This is Paul right here. But he's filming for another video content series that we do called Going Live in 30 to promote my live event. Click customerslive.com, buy it. But he's filming for that. He's filming for that. So when I say we take video to the next level, it's everything. And I want, again, just think about it. The position in the marketplace, like I have an agency, we do marketing, and we also teach people how to do what we do, right? What really separates us right now is when they Google us, versus when they Google the competition, 200 videos show up of ours. 5 webinar trainings show up of ours. How in the fuck can anybody compete with that? Well, I'll tell you, this guy named Gary Vaynerchuk, because he's got like 1,000 videos. Fucker.
Well, and that's kind of what you were saying before. If let's say you and I each owned a gym, and we're a couple blocks away from each other, and you have a gym that's very similar to mine, similar price point, similar target audience. And if somebody goes to your website, somebody goes to my website, right there on the homepage, you can see a link right to go see what's going on in the gym live today.
Oh my God.
Or you just see a bunch of videos from our previous live sessions, and our tip of the days. And then I got this gym, and all they do is talk about their 1 week free trial. That's it. And this gym here is just, I get to know the person. And not just know the person that owns the gym, but I get to know the coaches.
Yeah.
Now, when I walk into that gym, remember, they're uncomfortable as it is. You're comfortable walking into your gym. It's your gym. You're probably comfortable walking into other gyms because you understand the gym life. Some of these people are sedentary for 2-3 years. They have just had their third kid, and they haven't worked out since before their first one. And now they're really nervous. This is a strange place for them. And on top of it being a strange place, there's strange people talking to them about joining a place where everyone else is strange too. So if you can create some level of familiarity, and video and Facebook Live even more can create that. So now when I walk into the gym, which is a strange place, but it's not so strange if I've been here before. Oh yeah, that's the smoothie bar, and oh yeah, that's the kids center. I've seen that place before. Where's the little slide that you guys have?
Even talk about that. He just said another hot button. If you're a gym or studio or health place and you have a kids center, I got a 7-month-old daughter. I promise you,
places with kid centers do a lot better.
I'm not just dropping her off. I'm not just dropping her off to anybody. So if I can actually see who's the motherfuckers watching my kids and go live to get an idea for that, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
no contest.
And I know, you're not going to be able to get the kids on because that's one thing. But still, to be able to meet, Sandy, the girl that actually watches the kids, and she's talking about maybe tip of the day for your children, workout of the day for your children, and showing them how they can do bear crawls and silly little things.
Can I give your audience an activity, a challenge?
Yes.
If you're watching this right now, and throughout this entire session, you've been saying to yourself, and Mike alluded to this earlier, if every time we've thrown out an idea, you've automatically shot it down, you're the person who is in your own way. So I challenge you to rewatch this episode if you've been doing that, and every time we bring up something, think of ways you can immediately implement that into your business. And you will go so much further than you've ever been before. And with entrepreneurs who can make that switch and they find an opening, an opportunity in every situation, those are the ones that excel.
And you got to give it the same effort you want your customers or your members to give your stuff. Imagine if a member came in and after 1 week they go, I didn't get the results, I got to leave. What would you say to them? Or 2-3 weeks later, I thought I was going to lose way more weight than this. I'm sorry. I'm going to give somebody else a shot. Would you just kind of be frustrated with them?
Be the customer you want to attract.
Yeah, exactly. And for yourself, right? Because Facebook Live, are they going to run their first Facebook Live video and just fill their gym?
No.
Are they going to run their 10th Facebook Live video and just fill their gym?
No.
It's going to be an ongoing thing that you're implementing. You're not doing a project, it's a process,
Be the customer you want to attract.
Yeah.
If you have expectations on your customer that you don't do your damn self, then my friend, you are a hypocrite and you should be tarred and feathered.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
Too many people quit things too early because it's not immediate results, which is the one thing every fitness owner, studio owner, and trainer
Preaches.
preaches. Don't quit too early. You're not going to get immediate results. It's a lifestyle. You're going to have to, yes, I get meal planning is difficult today. It won't be in 6 months. It'll be part of your life. Yes, I get it. Waking up at 5 a.m. to work out is difficult for this first month or two. It's not going to be like that. You know, in the beginning, it's the person may not get the results that they were wanting, but that's because they haven't built a system in their life to take on this new lifestyle yet. You know, Joan, this new client that you guys have, has to restructure her life a little bit. What she was doing before doesn't work. She needs to meal plan. She never had a meal plan before. Yeah, she was eating bad foods, but it's not she wasn't preparing 6 bad meals before going to work. She didn't have like a Tupperware pizza and one would, you know, she just wasn't doing that. So she not only has to eat healthier, but she has to build a process for it too. Same thing for you in your business. You not only have to start, let's say, doing Facebook ads, but you have to develop a process to be able to work with something that you've never had in your life, right? So a new sales system. Most people don't want to do that. If it doesn't work with their current sales system, they just quit it. If you're going to start doing Facebook Live, that's going to take time out of your day. You need to build a process to be able to get that in there the right way.
The thing you guys, and what Mike is chiming on right now, and I really want to point out, is so a lot of the times when I talk to business owners, there's a belief that because of the duration you've been in business, meaning you've been in business for 10 years, you automatically think you know X, Y, and Z or what it takes to succeed in today's climate. But here's the truth. This is her harmonica. I've been playing the harmonica for 1 year. I got it around this time last year. I have gotten a little bit better, but overall,
You've gotten
I'm
a lot
still...
better.
But overall,
But to a harmonica player that's legit, you're a little bit better.
I'm jack shit. Like I've been doing. Like here's my trick. I do the same song over and over again because I'm comfortable with it.
Piano Man?
I know it. I know Piano Man. I know 2 songs. I know Piano Man. I know Stay With Me by Sam Smith. That's it. But if you put me outside of that, I'm fucked. But if I continue these same habits for the next 10 years, people will ask me, how long have you been playing the harmonica? I'll say 10 years. And guess what? I don't have shit to show for it. So what I'm saying to you is, if you really look at the years you've been in business, and if your growth rate has kind of been like this, you're using the same fucking tricks and expecting different results. You're not trying new methods, new processes, new technology, reaching out to other coaches. Because something tells me if I took 2016 to 17 and I got a coach and I practice every single day for 5 minutes, I'm going to be disgustingly better than where I was at.
And when he says try, he doesn't mean try for like a month or two and then
Stick
develop.
with it.
Like a real marketing attempt, a real commitment. It's a good 6 months minimum.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have, again, it's not just integrating it into your business, but it's about learning from the first few months metrics. But then on top of that, learning from everything that's around it and what needs to adjust. Because if you let's say just went from getting 5 to 10 good leads per month that were referrals to getting 150 to 250 leads per month that are not referrals, your sales system needs to adapt to that.
Yeah.
So you don't now just change your marketing plan, you have to change your sales plan. And we were talking earlier, a lot of people think they're really great at sales, right? Why do they think they're really great at sales?
Because your leads are hot as shit. You only get referrals. If you built your entire business off of a referral, man, if you can't close a referral, then there's issues. And if you're closing 90% of your referrals, you're weak because it should be 100. So when you start dealing with...
You have to mess up.
You have to mess up. So when you start to deal with cold leads and actually in real business, a scalable business, and it's... your success is dictated by your ability to turn a stranger who's never heard of you into a paying customer. That's a different ball game.
Do you ever hear people say they need more of the right leads?
Yes, and I say you need Jesus because there's so much to do in between that. Like I need more of the right. Like again, the winner in business is the person who can take that cold lead and turn them into a paying customer. That's called a customer acquisition master. That's what the fuck I do. He does. We do.
It's important that you guys understand, this Facebook Live thing, what we're wanting you to understand through this is that it's valuable. It's where the next thing is. You get to interact with your prospects. You get to interact with your vendors. You get to interact with your current customers, your staff. We use it within our group, which is pretty cool. you get to interact with so many people on a whole different level in a non-embracive way, right? Because they don't have to interact, but they can, and it feels good when they do. And it works. It's proven to work for him. It's proven to work for me, and it's proven
And when
to
he's
work
saying
for a lot
works,
of
we're
people.
saying make money, like make
Yes,
a lot of
make
money,
not like
profit, like
the function.
cash, like get paid, buy shit.
But it's got to be a real commitment. You can't just run a live video today, watch 3 or 4 people on, and then get discouraged and say it's not going to work for me.
Well, you can.
Well, you can do
You
that.
just fucking lose.
You're going to lose to somebody that's going to say, all right, that's one. Let's see what I can do tomorrow. And then we'll see what I can do tomorrow. And then little by little, those videos start getting a little bit of traction to them. And that's what Billy does. I mean, every time Billy goes live, I see like 20, 30 people on there within 5 minutes of him going live. And then people interact, hundreds of comments interact.
This is the crazy thing is their bias. I think a lot of people think like I need 1,000 people, online, or this isn't happening. But I've had a call where we've had, I think it was about 83 people who were live rocking with us, and then it was either 19 or 22 of those into buyers for $297, show. Like, just think about those percentages though. You'll never close that high on anything, except maybe face to face in person and group. But besides that, you don't see that. That's real. That's connecting. That's closing.
Give it a real shot. Find unique ways to do it. It's going to be addicting, not just for your customers. It's going to be addicting for you too. But it's going to take time, because in the beginning, it's not addicting. In the beginning, it's going to be extremely uncomfortable. So know that going into it. Know going into it that you're going to be uncomfortable. I don't care who you are. You could be the most outgoing person in the world. You could be the most comfortable person with video in the world. It's going to be uncomfortable for you. So if you know that going into it, when you feel uncomfortable, you're not going to be so worried about maybe it's not for me. Because everyone feels that way. Every single person. I don't know if you ever watched the movie Tyson from the 90s. You ever watch it? It's really cool, but it was a quote taken from Tyson's trainer. And he goes, you know what the difference between a hero and a coward is? Nothing. They feel the exact same on the inside. It's just what the hero does with that versus the coward. And I think it's the same thing, with business. We are all nervous to do Facebook Live. We're all nervous to put ourselves in video in the first time. We're all nervous to spend money. We're all nervous to make a sale. We're all nervous to do everything for the first few times. And then once you start doing it well, you build a comfort with it. You'll get comfortable with this. Force yourself to, because you want to succeed. The bullet's out of the gun. You started a business. It's done.
If you're lacking confidence, results are what create confidence. The more wins you have, the more comfortable you'll be with your confidence. And in order to get results, though, you have to take shots. And you have to be okay with not winning a lot of those. And then when you do, you build momentum.
How many people have you now taken through an online course?
Thousands. Real shit.
Thousands of people have, and you can go to his Facebook page and you can see there's 35,000 people interacting.
And we have hundreds of video testimonials, and we got a lot. We've taught a lot of people.
And I'm one of the customers, and it's been really great. But at the end of the day, he didn't start with a big audience. He started like you guys did.
With one.
I think it was his mom.
No, it wasn't. She came around later. She was like, because I didn't finish my last class in college, long story short. So, but after that, she ripped me off. Like, what the hell? So no, that wasn't my first fan.
Yeah, everything is hard for the first time. And do what you would tell your kid if he was going to do something for the first time. You're going to say you got to stick with it. You got to do it. You got to work hard. You're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to coach him the same way you need to coach yourself. This stuff works really, really great. And you're going to be one of two people. You're going to be the person that's on board now and everybody's catching up to, or you're going to be the person that's catching up to people. But one of those two things is going to happen. So just make the choice. How were you? Where did it show up in the past? Were you ahead of the game or late to the game with Facebook ads? Were you ahead of the game or late to the game with organic SEO and AdWords? Were you ahead of the game or late to the game with YouTube ads? Have you even gotten to that game yet? Or content like blogs and articles? If you've been late to the game on a few of these already, or maybe all of them, then start asking yourself, is this trend gonna continue?
And I'll give you a very real comparison that's tangible for you right now. There was a time, which I'm sure you remember, when this whole thing of a website came up. And people were like, I'm not gonna get a website. Now, treat others how you wanna be treated. You wouldn't even purchase something from someone if they didn't have a website. Let me be very clear. If people don't have videos and they can't see you, you are just as archaic as those without a website, period. It's no more of hiding behind a mask and meeting face to face and relying on that. That's fake. It's dead. It's not coming back. So get with it.
No, because they're doing it already. Your competitors are doing it already.
Yeah.
They're starting to catch on. So you're going to notice more and more doing it. Hopefully you're the one that more and more are noticing instead.
Drown or swim, fucker.
So Billy's the man. Follow him. You'll be able to see a lot of his content. He does some really cool stuff.
Billy Jean is marketing.
Yep. For those of you that listen to the GSD podcast, you got the audio version of this, which is cool and still a lot of really great, valuable stuff in here. But for those of you that that can get on and watch the actual video, you're going to see the B-roll of Billy's entire office, and you'll be able to see the switchboard, how he uses 12 different cameras to do Facebook Live as opposed to just his phone, which he never uses for Facebook Live. And you'll see his staff's pretty awesome. The location's great. Love being in San Diego, and looking forward to seeing you back in Scottsdale, man.
Hey, buy shit from Mike. That's my best advice to you today. Buy shit. Invest into yourself. Buy shit from Mike. You can always buy shit from me, too.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, brother. It's been fun.
Woo! Actually, you know what? Closing. Can you do harmonica? Play a harmonica. Play Piano Man.
That's all we got.
The drop.
For you.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Later, we out. Cheer. Boom.
You
Peace.
were watching
Deuces.
Thanks so much for joining us today. If you like this episode, then subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or Stitcher and to our YouTube channel to never miss an episode. You can get all the links by going to thegsdshow.com. Thanks, and see you next time.